Hello, this is Rich Knapp with Lynx Heli Innovations and OXY Helicopters. Today we're going to talk about the proper shimming and play of the tail shaft to make sure that you're not overloading the bearings and causing them to fail, or you're having issues tuning the tail in. Alright, now this is a sample of too loose. You can feel it and you can see it moving back and forth. Too loose. Add a shim. Now there's absolutely no play side to side. This is way too tight. What's happening is you're preloading the bearings that are not made as a thrust bearing, and you're going to end up burning up your bearings very soon. This is a sample of just right. See, you can barely see the pulley moving, and you can just feel a little click as you push back and forth. This is about the max you want, but that's just right. If you had a situation where with no shims you were binding and had no little itty bitty amount of play, and the shim you add makes it too tight where you're going to end up wearing out your bearings, here is a little tip that Luke and I have come up with for the tail shaft. On the tail shaft, you notice that the two ends are plastic and they're press fit on. Sometimes what can happen is when this plastic is press fit on, you can get a little bit of a burr over here that hits up against the bearing, causing it to be too tight. That will not wear off because it's running on the section of the bearing that is rotating with the shaft. Very simple fix. Just get yourself an X-Acto knife and you put on up against the shaft and go down, and then just give it a turn. Now, you're not going to be cutting it. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be just getting that loose plastic off of there. Just do a little bit and it'll take off like a thousandth of a millimeter, just enough to loosen it up. When you reinstall, if it's too loose and you add another shim on, and then if it's too tight, you can do the same thing on the other side. You know, add shims or do a little bit of scrape on either side until you get a perfect fit as described in my demo area. Thank you very much and happy flying.